Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Shermaine, aka Terry, and it's coming at y'all with Titanfall Revival Part 1. Since the first video was kind of like a pilot episode, just introducing y'all to what we're going to be doing. So yeah, this is Titanfall Revival Part 1. I'm going to be talking about my beta memories. But beforehand, I'm still pretty sick. I still feel like shit a lot, so I still sound pretty bad. And hopefully I'll get better next couple of days. I'll take a whole bunch of pills and stuff. And what's also sweet is today, the 5th of March, we have a lot of heavy weather here in Austin. A lot of Arctic kind of cold fronts and rain. So our classes got canceled tomorrow for not only all of like AISD and neighboring school districts, but as well as my my college. So that's pretty sweet. So no class. That means I get Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So that's nice little break. And so I'm recording this at early in the morning, and I don't give a shit because I don't have to wake up for class tomorrow. Yay. So yeah, you know, and as more people make videos about the Titanfall Revival, we'll group them in their playlist, and we'll definitely add this one on there to start off. But yeah, let me talk about my beta memories. Oh man, the Titanfall beta is without a doubt probably the most fun I've ever had in a video game at any point in time. The fun that I had on the beta beats out the actual fun that I have in Titanfall now, or you know, post launch. The fun that I had with Skyrim, the fun that I had in New Vegas, the fun that I had in the original Halo, all the games that I've ever played. That was the most fun I have ever had in a given period of time. You know, Brian and I were super excited for Titanfall ever since it was first showed off, and we always talked about, you know, how great it would be if they did a beta. And I had already pre-ordered it since like early. As soon as I got my job, my first paycheck from Target way back in the day, the first thing I did was go and pre-order the game, because that was the game that I wanted more than anything. And knowing that there was going to be a beta, and at first excuse me, at first Respawn said that they were going to give out beta codes to people who pre-ordered the game. So I thought, oh man, I'm in the clear because I already pre-ordered the game as soon as I could, so I won't have anything to worry about. And then they changed it up, and I can't quite remember what they changed it to. And then on the second to last day, I believe they made it an open beta where everyone could download it. And you know, I was super pumped because for me, Titanfall was the first-person shooter, the fast-paced first-person shooter that I've wanted for a very long time. I don't necessarily want to say that I've always wanted, because there are some aspects like from Call of Duty, like kill streaks, that I would have loved, but I don't think they would have fit in Titanfall. So I can't say that it's the first-person shooter that I've always wanted, but it's the first-person shooter that I've wanted for a very long time, because Call of Duty had been disappointing me for such a very long time. And it took a lot of elements from Call of Duty, Halo, as well as some in Battlefield, and put them together and knitted them very well for me. And getting that first taste of Titanfall was just paradise. It really was. It was just paradise. And I remember watching so many streams, like the few days before the beta went public, and watching hours upon hours, studying the maps as best as I could just from watching. And I felt like an expert on the beta. Honestly, I did, because I had watched so many hours of gameplay, and I couldn't be more excited. And Brian and I were, you know, we were so excited. Our gaming erections were breaking through our ceilings in our respective households and shit. So we were pumped in. You know, sadly, he actually played a game before me, and I really wanted us to play our first game together, but still, we played shortly after. And he said, he was like, dude, like, you're not gonna believe like what you're gonna play. And just booting up the fucking tutorial, I already thought like, oh my god, it feels so great to wall run. It feels so great to double jump everywhere and just chain wall runs together. It just felt so great. Excuse me. It felt It felt so fast, fluid, responsive. It felt like the Twitch shooter that I've been wanting for a very long time. And then, you know, I got into a match, I believe it was on Fracture, and I had watched so much gameplay on Angel City that I was super bummed that I didn't get to play on Angel City at first. But Fracture is probably one of my favorite maps of all time. And you know, we played, and I didn't do that great in my first game, but I was just taking in everything. I was just like, oh my god, look at the grunts, you know, they look so cool, and they're talking and stuff. And then, you know, you never forget the first time you get in a Titan and that fucking rush of endorphins and adrenaline you get. You're like, holy shit, like I'm piloting like a, you know, a fucking 20-foot or 30-foot piece of fucking metal. Like, I'm just like a machine, man. I'm just gonna run over and just go Terminator on all these motherfuckers. And it was just so much fun. It's just so great. And Brian and I played literally day in and day out after we got out of class, and we just played non-stop. I think in the first day we got to level 14, we hit the max cap, and that's all we played. That's all. We didn't touch any of our games, and we played that all day, every day. And then Bloody got on, Crimson got on, a few of our other friends got on, and we had a blast. And we knew the map so well already. And I'm not kidding. I say all the time that I'm a good player in Titanfall, and I say Brian's a good player in Titanfall. But back then in the beta, when no one really didn't know shit, and him and I had played, for so long, we would drop perfects all the time. Like, seriously, all the time. Because we knew the maps like the back of our hand. We knew where everyone was going from the beginning. We knew where all the grunts were going to be grouped up. And we just dominated. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, we played so fucking well during the beta that we won 80% of our matches during the beta. 80% of our matches, we knew that game like we developed it ourselves. And, you know, I asked Brian, and I said, honestly, I know a lot of you would be like, man, you're tripping, I would never do this. But I said, honestly, Brian, would you pay full $60 full price, $64.94 for just these two game modes and these two maps, or this one game mode and these two maps? He was like, yeah. I was like, I totally agree. Because for me, and a lot of games that don't have enough content, quote unquote, to me that really doesn't matter. But it's all about the fun. It's all about the fun and the enjoyment you get. The fun and the enjoyment you get will always keep you coming back, and that's what Titanfall did for both of us. It was the fun that we had, that always kept us coming back and always kept playing. I cannot tell you how many hours we had dumped into the fucking beta. I couldn't even guess. Honestly, I couldn't even guess, because we played so damn much of the beta that I have no idea. I wish I can go back and see those stats, because we had dumped so many hours into it, and we were giving everyone else tips and tricks in our parties and stuff. And, you know, I was playing with people with the Titanfall Facebook group back when it existed, and I had played with a lot of people and had a lot of fun. And yeah, you guys, what was the Titanfall beta like for you? What was your experiences? Do you remember like your first kill, your first Titan kill, the first time you got in your Titan? What was the first map you played on? You know, the burn cars. I thought those were such a cool idea, man. But yeah, the beta was amazing for both Brian and I. Like I said, it was literally the most fun I've ever had playing a video game at any given point, because it was the first person shooter that I had wanted for a very long time, and it has satisfied a lot of my needs when it comes to an FPS game. So it has that fast, that really fast, really non-stop pace of the older Call of Duties. It has the great long, I don't want to say dragged out, but long tactical battles of Halo with the Titans, and being able to blend mech combat with pilot combat and not feel like you're completely, you know, you're completely overwhelmed as a pilot. I mean, I think they did such a great job with balance, but that's going to get into a whole nother video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This was part 1 of the Titanfall Revival. These are my beta memories. Please let me know what your beta memories are. And if you want to create a Titanfall Revival video, go ahead and do it. I really would like to see some more. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Shemaine, and I'm out. Peace. Have a good day.